Hey everybody,
Hello.
welcome to, what do you want to call this? Rays Today, Rays Recast, Raycast.
Oh, I
Oh my,
kind of still blanked. You asked me a question. Um, we'll come up with something.
we'll come
Maybe at
up with
least
something.
something for
Yeah.
us.
But basically, we just want to go over some quick, stuff on how the season's going so far and our thoughts on it. Um, as many of y'all know, the Rays are now 5-5 as of the recording. Today is the 7th of April. So the Rays do have a game against the Cubs, and we just found out that Drew Rasmussen, I gotta say that right.
I still don't think you said it right.
I didn't say
I
it right?
mean, I think most people say Rasmussen, but I don't know. I
Rasmussen.
could be wrong. I could be the one wrong, but still.
But he is having a baby. So congratulations to Drew. I believe you said
Congrats, Drew.
tonight, what, Mason Englert?
Mark Tompkin tweeted not too long ago saying it would be like Englert and so I'm trying to find the exact one, the exact tweet. Englert and I'm on the wrong page. That's why.
No. While
Yeah.
he finds out, basically it's gonna be a opener sort of day, which kind of sucks because it hits my fantasy a little bit. Drew was supposed to be
Yeah. So Englert and Gomez
Oh, you want to just
go from
Gomez.
there. Said,
Okay.
would you think they're also, or you would think they're also trying to get a pitcher here from AAA? So
We'll see. Maybe we have somebody comes up and makes the start.
I mean, in a way, it was something that we had discussed before this video, being, our most prominent weakest point right now is our bullpen for sure, and it being a bullpen game now is a little concerning. Because it's one of those games where we know, well, I wouldn't say we know, but with the small sample size that we have right now of the 2026 season, our bullpen has been the weakest, obviously. So now we're going into a game where our weakest points are going to have to carry us through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
concerning. But I guess that's also part of the game.
Well, and that's part of it too. What we wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the first 5 games versus the last 5. And in this particular case, that would be the bullpen. The starting has been all right. It hasn't been the best, hasn't been the worst, but the bullpen is where things have really fallen apart. And we'll get into some hitting stats in a little bit, but the Rays offensively have been in the top 10 for almost every single category, which is I'm not surprised by it. I thought our offense, and I've talked to Nathan about that a bunch. And Nate, sorry, you want me to call you Rays today?
No, whatever sounds comfortable.
But
for you.
I before the season started, I said that we had like 3 or 4 people that I could reasonably see being close to 300, if not over 300 average. And while that average for some of them may not be the case, and we haven't even seen Gavin Lux yet, the offense has been great. But obviously the bullpen is where things fall apart. The first 5 games of the season, okay, the Rays bullpen had a 7.56 Ks per 9. They pitched 16.2 innings. They had a 4.86 walks per 9 and a BABIP, batted balls in play, of 327. Okay. They also had a 57.7% left on base percentage. So, and that doesn't even go into the ERA. The ERA was 8.64, and they had a negative 0.5 WAR. So, not great. You just look at the ERA right off the bat. I know ERA can be kind of tricky, but the ERA was not good. Basically, they were allowing a bunch of runners on base. Their walks, 4.86 per 9. That's not going to be good no matter which way you cut it. But the last 5 games, 17.2 innings pitched. So they pitched another inning than they did the first 5. Their K rate went to 8.15 per 9, so their K rate went up a little bit. Their base on balls per 9 went down to a 3.57, so over a full point, or a full walk lower per game. And their WAR, they're at a 0, so at least it's not negative. But their ERA went from an 8.64 to a 6.11. Still not great, but an improvement. And I think that any sort of improvement, I mean,
they're a lot more aggressive, which I think can be a good and a bad thing. Overall, it's worked out for us. But I mean, like, even like yesterday, I mean, as of this recording, we were just at the opening day at the Trop, and things like Yandy, because like it looks different when you're actually like watching the game in person. But like Yandy getting the first at bat of our home performance, or our own side, the bottom half of the inning is what I was looking for. Our first at bats, Yandy hits a first pitch single up the middle, and then it looks like a little bit easier to track when you're there, but then you look at the video and it wasn't even a strike. Like, Yandy doesn't swing outside of the box often, which, not saying that's a bad thing necessarily, but he turned that into something important. He's been off to a great start as far as hitting goes. But yeah, I mean, the strikeouts are a big deal. We have a lot less strikeouts, and we've offensively as a team overall has looked well. There are some things like, I don't even want to necessarily do a defensive comparison on it, but you got things like Jake Fraley and Johnny DeLuca, for an example. Like, you're going to want to put people in matchup wise, and I get that. They've both shown good things offensively and defensively. But it's even something for somebody like DeLuca. Like, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, I want him just to have his reps, because when he plays really good. It seems like he puts a lot of balls into play from the small sample size that we've gotten from both guys. Seems like Fraley has quite a bit more pop. But DeLuca's hit home run already. He's hit just the one in Milwaukee, I think.
Yeah.
But still, he has been really good as far as a spark plug for the team. I mean, there was things like Fraley has, won multiple ABS challenges. It definitely seems like he's overall pretty much in the zone as far as what he does and doesn't want to hit.
He hit a ball pretty well yesterday, too.
Yeah, so he's hitting it hard. It's just I think a small sample size of 10 games. But going into the season, we discussed a lot about what the Rays should and could do right to win, and obviously there's a lot that could go wrong. But there are multiple hitters that are capable of hitting close to 300. Didn't have the best start of the season, but Cedric Mullins being able to tie the game and find a good swing opening day was a big deal, because we're going to need people like that to carry us. Because again, I mean, even think about it like this. I think Cedric Mullins, especially from a financial standpoint and what we paid him, should be playing, if not every day, if not more. But then you think about the fact that in a lot of ways, like, Jake Fraley and Johnny DeLuca have outperformed Mullins up to this point, but Mullins is still majority of the time going to be the one starting in center field. So we're going to need things like that from people, because I think with the Rays, we have a lot of depth. Might not be the depth that other teams who, like the Dodgers have, per se. But we have depth that can perform well. It's just there are people like, again, Mullins might need to play every day to get the hot start, and you get people like Fraley and DeLuca who are just always going to have to be playing good if they want to see playing time.
It's a bit of a good problem to have, because we do have depth, but it also makes it difficult when, like, you kind of want to see what, like, say, a Jacob Melton could do. Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, he struggled a bit in spring training, and I mean, do we really need that? Do we need to change what isn't necessarily broken at this point?
I think, in something, I was looking up some numbers. I think a good example for that is Carson Williams, as far as falling in the helping / like hurting categories, I suppose, because when you think about, especially when we started the season in St. Louis, we lost 2 out of 3 of those there.
Yeah.
When you think about one of the benefiting factors of us being in St. Louis, it was Carson Williams. He almost hit the first home run of the season, or I know Ron.
Yeah, it was just foul.
He almost hit the first home run of the season. He was playing hard, especially like him tying the game, I believe, in the second game where we scored the 3 or 4 runs in the 9th inning. He was playing hard. He was showing that he wanted to be there, which was all great to see from a fan perspective. But there's a few things. It's like where it degrades his value, unfortunately, is you have a couple of things. Like, one, like he wasn't supposed to be on the starting roster to begin the season. Taylor Walls is healthy and comes back, has a great opening day, isn't necessarily involved in the field as much as you'd want, but offensively was hitting the ball and was hitting them well.
He hit the ball hard.
Yeah, he was hitting the ball hard. He looked really good. Carson Williams. So this is weird when it comes to stuff like Junior, because Junior's made like 4 or 5 errors to start the season already.
7.
That's even worse. Obviously, but when it comes to Caminero, it's obviously he's had a little bit more. Like last season is a test of that alone. He has a lot more value for the Rays than Carson does right now. So when you see something like Caminero making errors, it's not something you want to see, but ideally you're like, we know that he's going to turn around offensively for us and improve it. We don't have that yet with Carson, and it's unfortunate because I want to just be like, hey, go out there and work through it, obviously, but we have people like Walls who has proven, at least on the defensive side, that he is hopefully going to fill that hole that has blatantly been an issue to start the season.
He's been a Gold Glove finalist the past few years.
Yeah.
And then he won one for utility player, 2 years ago?
I think this spring defensively is the worst we've seen him. So there's definitely like room to improve in every category for everybody. But as far as where we are as a team and the blatant, hey, this needs to change, it's things like literally just mostly our defensive side. Defensively, as far as actual defense and pitching. I mean, you get through, but it's stuff like opening day, McClanahan walked, bases loaded, and gave up a single. Like,
yeah,
that you still see good things from him, but it came to the Cubs swinging at bad pitches overall to help bail him out of that. But no, it's stuff like that. Even our best pitching has had cracks already. And again, it's going to happen, obviously. And overall, like, especially coming off of how long, like the 900 plus days that McClanahan didn't pitch, for him to come in and pitch the way he has been great to see, because it doesn't necessarily see like he's holding anything back. He just needs to find the strike zone again.
I think he'll get into the groove. At least his speed is like his pitch speed is looking good. Mm-hmm. It's not like he hasn't lost velocity. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's literally just going in there and maintaining command. That's the biggest thing, because when he was in the strike zone, it's not like they were hitting him. Nico Horner got a single.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They definitely started putting the bat on the ball more. Making harder contact as the game went on.
As you said, the harder contact. The 2 plays that were back to back. One, Chandler Simpson jumping up the wall. When that ball was hit, I thought it was gone. Mm-hmm. I thought, there we go. And then Chandler makes that play. The next batter is when Fraley made that play, and I didn't think he was getting to that either.
That was no, it was still a hard play to get to. That you could tell he only got to it because of the way he was positioned. Like he had to adjust. And no, I mean, but still, no, all of that is hard to track in general. But yeah, no, they're putting good wood on the ball. I mean, we were too. We definitely. I mean, there's a few plays like Ian Happ definitely stole one from. Was it Walls the second time?
Yeah, it was Walls. Yeah.
We had some good. Like there was a play that Williamson made in like the 3rd or the 4th inning when he dove up the middle that I wasn't expecting him. I wasn't
expecting him to get that.
So I mean, we definitely there is already slight improvements for sure.
There were no errors on the side of the Rays.
Yeah. And even again, it's so hard to judge because you go back and forth. Caminero offensively is going to come through more times than not. You can tell, has had minor frustrations with how people are pitching to him, which is going to be an issue the rest of his career.
And then he opens up.
Yeah, and then he opens up. That's his biggest issue right now. Is, I mean, again, he did it, but it happens a lot. I keep on thinking about the home run he hit in Toronto, the grand slam last year. That was not a strike. It was like in on his hands. The one he hit yesterday was, I'd say, well above the zone. No, that was the first game.
That was the first game.
The one he hit, the one he hit yesterday was well above the zone, and he's obviously got the bat speed to get there. But the ones that he's still doing the most damage with are not pitches that are in the strike zone. Like, you even think about the freaking the World Baseball Classic, the amount of pitches that he's getting to them. So if you're hitting them, that's one thing. But you can tell that there's times where he takes his walks. It's not that he's swinging at everything, but you can tell in his head he's just like, I know I can get to these pitches, because he can. But, you know, everything has to go right.
Popping up, like, I think he popped up twice yesterday.
I'm saying these past like 3-4 games, he's popped up a lot.
Yeah, because he's just trying to golf it out.
And he's very capable of doing stuff like that. But I mean, again, it's such a small sample size to go off of, so a lot can happen. But even like when they're in Minnesota, they showed stats of them being like last year. Yeah, like 49% of the pitches were in the strike zone, and it's only like 39 right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely, people are avoiding pitching to him, and a lot of that is how, you know, the Rays structure their lineups. It's still really weird 1 through 4. I understand the need to, like, mess around with it a little bit sometimes. I mean, I can see Fraley being a good 2-3 hitter, but he just looks menacing. Like, he looks like he's going to take it deep. He definitely looks like he's comfortable for the most part in the box. But I think he'd be even a better 5 hitter. Like, I saw, you know, again, T-Crass or WDAE talking about it, so it's not like it came up. But having a Chandler, Yandy, Caminero, and Aranda 1 through 4 every day is, I think, the perfect 1 through 4.
I think so, too.
A lot to fill in. And again, it all comes down to how people are performing at what point in time. But I mean, you're gonna get a home run from Williamson based off of spring training. Like, he's going to have some pop. He has shown that he has pop. You have people really the 5 through 9 who can hit home runs, because who can? I mean, it's funny because even Chandler has at this point. But the goal shouldn't always be hitting home runs either. And hitting the ball is where we should, and I think that's where. I mean, it's a perfect example of Aranda. Aranda, I'm sure I have a feeling that 90% of Aranda at bats, he's not there like, let me hit a home run. He's probably just trying to put a good swing on it, and he's hitting home runs because of that. Junior is definitely let me hit a home run.
Well, the Rays were never looked at as a home run hitting team, and that is understandable. But I have Fangraphs pulled up here, and I kind of want to. I mean, this is not going to be a super long thing right now. We're just kind of trying to figure this out and see what you guys like, and let us know in the comment section down below if you like this style of video. But I'm going to go over some of these stats real quick, and I know we've talked about some things that are bummers, like the bullpen and defense, but when it comes to offense, these are the hitting Rays. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's look at, I'm just going to start off going down the list, and let's look at home runs, okay? You want to guess where the Rays are home run-wise when it comes to the rest of the MLB, not just the AL, okay? They are 8th total with 11 home runs. Number 1 is the Dodgers with 21, but the second highest to that is Atlanta with 15. We are number 1 in the AL East, home runs wise.
One thing that I will say is the rest of them are definitely like literally the number 30 is 4, which is not great. That's the Giants.
Francisco Giants.
But from 10 all the way to the next 10 are just literally just 10. So I mean, it takes one game for us to be number 21, 22. But yes, there's a couple things. You just said the AL East. We're second in the division right now, which is not much to boast about with our record, but still, things I think as of right now are going better for us than they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's a lot to figure out, but as of the recording right now, we're second in the East, and we're coming off of a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Now, this is, I think, our toughest game in the last 4 games with how we're approaching it already. It's going to be a bullpen game. That makes me very nervous, genuinely. But it's one of those things to where if you don't improve, then you're just not going to win anyways. So get out there and
We are fifth in runs with 51. Okay. Fifth in runs in MLB. We are seventh in RBIs with 47. We are fifth in stolen bases with 10. Base on balls, we are. Now this is something we were talking about earlier, which is kind of crazy. We're 24th in base on balls with an 8.5% walk rate. That's not good. That's pretty bad. Okay? But our K rate, we are dead last in K rate. So we are 24th in base on balls, so we're not walking, but we are dead last in strikeouts.
So basically, we're putting a lot of stuff in play right now. A lot of stuff is being put in play.
Literally dead last in K rate. We do not strike out.
Even
and then
if it's pop outs, we're putting stuff in play right now. Yeah.
Batting average on balls in play. We are 8th with the 307. So basically, we're making contact and we're putting the ball in play, and because of that, we have a 307 average on balls in play. That's really good.
Boy, was it Milwaukee? How many bunts we had?
We are
bunting a lot.
Yeah.
The one thing too is small ball is how you win games, but what's even bigger than small ball is defense. So we're playing something. It's like we're playing one thing at such a high level to where that has to be played with way more than the more crucial aspect of things. And I know I didn't explain that greatly, but our batting is so high of a caliber right now, but our defense has been so iffy that it's either the batting takes over and we just outscore the other team, or we lose essentially. And that's how most games have been right now. It's either we're getting the last say, and that's it, or we're losing.
Yeah. We are 5th in average with 266, a team average of 266. Like, I mean, we can go down the line, and I mean, I don't want to read. 5th in on base percentage with a 338. Slugging, we are 7th with a 412. So all of this stuff, I mean, WRC plus. So weighted runs created plus. We are 5th with the 116. 100 is average. So I don't know what else to say other than the Rays offense. This is one of the better offensive teams that we've ever seen from the Rays. One of them.
Within the first 10 games.
Within the first 10 games. This is a very small sample size. Yes. I'll give you that. So,
no, I get where you're coming from. It's just hard to be like...
But it is very hard to be so dead set. But the early showings are very promising.
Well, and again, I don't think that this is something to think lightly about. Our first 4, ideally... Yandy is a Silver Slugger, has already won a batting title. Aranda is... very much somebody who can also win another batting title.
Yeah, he's had a rough go of it this early average wise. Yeah,
but still he's getting stuff done and he's coming through. He's had big hits for us. Chandler is batting 400 again. Freaking, I mean, it's a little under that right now, but he's getting hit like every game.
He's turning singles into triples. We watched him steal twice.
No, literally. Doesn't Yandy have a hitting streak right now too? I'm pretty sure he does.
I think
Either way, our 1 through 4 are legitimate all-star caliber momentum and league changers. That has to be solidified, and then the rest has to fill in the gaps, and that is what's happening so far. Offensively. So when other gaps start being filled and things like, you know, again, it's way easier said than done. But when you're in a position like this to where you know that your offense is getting it done so far most of the time, you really have to have the support. Because it's like, I've never been so back and forth with like when I feel good cheering for a team. Like, we'll score and I'm like, yes, let's do it. And I'm like, I still don't feel like I can be excited just yet. It really takes like, I mean, it's literally the first freaking game of the season. Like the Cardinals, we scored like 6 runs
in six
7 runs in the one inning.
Sixth?
Yeah, and then we were literally winning freaking 7-1, and we lost 9-7. Like, it's stuff like that to where I already have engraved in my brain. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't be like, yes, let's go yet. But I also feel like we're always in it, because I don't think there's been like one game that was really bad. But I want to see if the scores were what I was even referring to. But either way, we've had a lot of nice things to think about and look back on these past few days, going from we were like 2-5 and being like, oh great, we're heading back to the Trop. Like, I think just for the team morale, for everything, winning the game opener, the home opener at the Trop was a really big deal.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get a series out of it tonight. Yeah, I mean, we're 5-5 right now. Obviously the Yankees are on top of the division, but even people like the Brewers, they've had another L at this point, but we looked way better against them than I thought that we would. Just going into it, even against some better hitting. That's why it's so important to protect the 4 people that we have right now, because you have somebody like Jacob Mizorowski coming in and locking everybody down, and he did that to us too, but we still got 2 runs off of him. And freaking his first appearance, he struck out 11 people.
Yeah. Diaz hit that opposite field homer, and the thing is, like, he came into that game throwing like his average 101, and then CB Buckner had that whole thing where he got hit in the face with the foul ball, and then there was like a 30-minute wait or whatever, and then Mizorowski's velocity went down to like 96, 97.
That was the same game? I
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah, that was what happened, and then Diaz was able to poke it out in the opposite field. But overall, I am very hopeful that the Rays are going to do a lot better this season than anyone thought they'd have any hope for.
They definitely are showing signs that they can. Yes. Yes. I think that it's more so about fine-tuning. Especially last year, we had a great month of June, and that turned out to be not what this team was. So there can be a lot of ups and downs, but I think, again, it's early stages and anything can happen. But I think we are showing signs of the fact that if we fine tune and actually like get into a groove, that this is more of like legitimate ball playing other than like a stroke of luck.
Yeah. Well, I guess that kind of does it for what we were wanting to talk about today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm hoping that we do this like once a week, but we'll figure it out. Let us know in the comment section.
Especially if y'all like it.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of this, and if you have anything against what we were saying, and let us know your thoughts. And thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.
Yeah, have a good one.
Peace.